This is a lecture on candle making from beeswax. The lecture is from my forthcoming course, Beginning in Beekeeping, Start Your Very First Beehive. The course is launching in July 2021. Please subscribe to be notified when the course launches. Thank you and enjoy the video. So welcome to this activity, and in this activity I'm going to show you how to make a candle, a very simple candle using a mold that you can buy from a bee equipment supplier. These are silicone molds and they're very easy to use once you've filtered the beeswax, and I've showed you how to filter the beeswax, and now I'm going to show you how to use that wax, that filtered beeswax, to make a candle. Now what you have behind me there is the clean wax is heating in this bain marie. It's a double jacketed tank, so there's water in there. You never put beeswax directly on the stove, so I'm heating it in that double jacketed tank, and inside the container there's kind of a double stove, and in there there's water and there's a little whistle. You can hear the steam coming out and it's whistling. Now I'm going to use the molten wax and I'm going to pour it into a candle mold. Now this is the silicone mold that you can buy, and basically what I've done is I've prepared it, and I'm going to show you how to do that, but it's a very simple process. I'll show you one that I haven't prepared yet, and that's the inside of it there. And you put the wick through this, and the wick goes across the center, and basically you pour in the wax. It's very, very simple to do. And I'm going to put the wick now, and I'm going to show you how to secure the wick in the mold. Now there's particular sizes of wicks. Now they're all sold with a particular recommended size wick, and this particular mold is quite a big one, so you need to get the correct width of wick. Now this one, the bee equipment catalogue will tell you that you need number 5 wick for this type of mold. So I bought these molds from my supplier Donegal Bees, and it's written there that you need size 5 wick for this mold. So I'm going to put size 5 wick on this mold. And basically what I've done, I'm putting the wick through. There's a little kind of slit in the mold. You can see it opens like that, and you put the wick up to a certain point in the mold, and that crack in the mold is in the center of the mold. So you just put your wick in there, and you have enough coming out the top for the candle. So you leave enough at the top there, and what you're going to do is cut at the back here. So just cut and leave a little piece at the bottom, and then I'm going to hold up this part here using some matchsticks to center the wick, and I'm going to pour in the molten wax. Okay, so I'm going to prepare that now. Okay, just to show you there that I've cut the wick, and you can see in the center of the mold there the wick is coming up the middle, and then I'm going to secure this in the middle with matchsticks. It's very, very simple. Okay, so I basically got a box of matches, a big box of matches, and got these little sticks, matchsticks, and I'm going to use this to secure the mold or the wick in the center of the mold. I'm just going to do that now. So I have elastic bands on either end of these matchsticks, and I'm going to use to secure the the wick in place. Okay, so you see here what I've done is I put the wick. The wick is centered here, and again a little piece of wick is sticking at the bottom. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to secure the mold with elastic bands so that it remains together when I pour in the wax. Okay, there it is. It's all ready now to pour. Just make sure to center the wick, and I can even push the wick slightly out of play, if I need more space to pour in the wax, and then center it. Once I have everything, all the wax in, I can make sure that the wick is in the center, because the wick does need to be in the center. And you can see the sides are held together here by elastic bands, and the wick is still protruding from the bottom here. So I'm ready to pour this wax into this, and this is the clean filtered wax that I'm going to pour into this mold, and that's going to make a beautiful candle with this beautiful silicone mold. Okay, so I'm ready now, and I'm going to pour in the molten wax from the bain-marie into the candle mold. And just to show you the wax there in the bain-marie, it's all melted and ready to go, and you can see the steam coming out the side. So just showing you that there is water in this double jacketed tank, and we're not heating the wax directly. It's a double jacket. Now the handy thing about this mold is it's quite big, so it's easy to pour the wax in. Now this thing is in the way, but I'll just move this out of the way. You see I'm pouring the wax into the mold. Just fill it up to the top. Okay, now just want to make sure the wick is centered. It's your chance to make final adjustments to the wick. Great. So that's it. There's my candle poured into my mold, and it's the same procedure when you're pouring other molds as well. So I have another one prepared as well, a taller candle, but I won't pour that now. But it's the same process. You just prepare the wick in the same way. You prepare the mold in the same way with the elastic bands. You pour in the clean wax and you allow it to harden then. And then I'll show you the candle when it's finished. So I'm just coming back to the candle now. It's become solid, the wax is dried, and I'm going to open the candle and just have a look and see, what the candle is like. So I'm just going to remove the elastic bands, and we'll remove some of that sticks, but I'll take out the candle first. So you just crack open the mold, and it comes out. The candle comes out very easily. Okay, and it has a nice design. I'm just going to trim it up, and I'm going to remove the sticks from the bottom. So these molds you can get many different designs, which makes it really interesting. So when you open the mold, you see, okay, all the wax comes out. It doesn't stick to the mold, and you can remove your candle very easily. I'm just going to remove a little bit of plastic stuck to the side of the wax. So you might have to trim them up a little bit. So there we go, there's our finished candle, so all trimmed at the bottom, and I've trimmed the wick, and it's ready to light. So I might as well light it and see how it's going to light. But it's really an ornamental candle, so you could put it on your mantelpiece. There's a beautiful little bee there as well, so you get in all kinds of designs, which is really fun. So there we go, our little candle. And I'm just going to light the candle now. So there we go, there's our beautiful beeswax candle finished. And as I said, you're going to have loads of fun because there are many, many designs. They're very easy to make and really enjoyable. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. And as you can see, you know, beeswax has really many, many uses. And one of them is certainly candle making. And you can make a beautiful candle for your mantelpiece. And the smell as well from the candle, because it's a beeswax candle, it has a beautiful scent. So that's scent of beeswax.